LinkedIn. So let's get that moving. All right, let's go live on here. All right, give me 1 second. Okay. All right, let's go on live here. Okay, we'll just have to leave Insta off. Some issue with that. Okay, so good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into the training. Let's see. If you are new to Dubb, if you don't mind putting a 1 in the chat along with your industry, that would be great. If you just found us and you're kind of checking us out, or you just got going with us, if you're in that kind of early stages of using Dubb, that would be fantastic. So 1 would be great. And then 2 if you're returning, which would be great. You've used Dubb for a little while. You kind of know your way around. But you're still, getting used to what you're doing, or maybe you've been with us for years. That would be fantastic to know. Okay, so let's see who we've got. Nicole, I saw you put a 1 in there. So let me come over to you, Nicole. If you want to say hello, feel free. You can unmute if you'd like to. If you want to say hi, you can say hello. Hey, Nicole.
Hi, Rob.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
So what kind of brings you our way?
Honestly, just kind of learning more about your CRM.
Oh, very nice. Do you have you kind of used different CRMs in the past or something, or what's kind of the backstory there?
Honestly, our company is looking for a new CRM, so I'm kind of getting some feelers out there to see what's out there right now.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, it's definitely part of what we do, and we'll be covering as kind of we make our way through. But yeah, we got a ton of integrations with other ones. But yes, Dubb is a CRM as well.
Perfect. Thank you.
Cool. Good to meet you, Nicole.
Good to meet you.
And let's see. I saw Claudia. I saw that you put a 1 in here as well. Let me come over to you, Claudia, if you'd like to say hello. Hey, Claudia.
Hi, everyone. My name is Claudia Cube, and I'm in the network marketing industry. And actually, my coach turned me on to you guys, and I'm really excited about growing my business.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Do you have a kind of you going to do some LinkedIn outreach, some email lists, some social posts, kind of all the above, or what do you got kind of focused on?
LinkedIn and Alignable.
Oh,
those
very
are my
nice.
2 platforms. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, we're going to be covering. So these live trainings are really big on showing the different ways to record, getting your use case, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit. But it's really just kind of isolating. Like when you mentioned LinkedIn, we have a specific strategy for that. So we'll kind of be covering these as we go along. And all these trainings go on our YouTube support channel. So when we're done, they're usually uploaded within a couple hours. So what people usually do is they come into the training, they'll say, oh, I want to see that part again. Whether it's a CRM, whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's email sending or a certain kind of recording, they'll go back and watch it. And then if they have a free trial on Dubb, they'll kind of play with the software a little bit.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good to meet you. Good to meet you, Claudia.
Likewise.
Okay, so let's see. I saw someone else. Let's see, Vishal. Hey, Vishal. Let's see. I saw you put a 1 in there as well. Let me come over to you if you want to say hi. Feel free. Hi, Vishal. If you can hear me, okay. Good to meet you. Hello. Let's see. There we go.
Hello. How are you?
Good to meet you.
Same here, sir.
So, what kind of brings you our way?
I am into entertainment industry, so I'm looking how your software can help me gain more clients and more sponsors for my events.
Great. Do you have kind of lists that you reach out to, like contact lists, or do you do LinkedIn, or are there certain kind of platforms where you kind of post?
Majorly on LinkedIn.
Oh, yeah. Got it. Okay, cool. All right, great. Yeah, so we'll be jumping to that one later, and just pay attention when we get to that part.
Yeah.
Cool. Good to meet you, Vishal.
Same here, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. And let's see. I saw William. Looks like you put a 1 in there as well, William. Let me come over to you. Let me just get you on the list here. Hey, William, I saw you're in financial services. How are you?
Hey, Rob, doing well.
Yeah. So talk to me a little bit about kind of retirement, investing. What do you got going on that side?
Yeah. So I'm located here in Columbia, South Carolina. I specialize in safe retirement planning, life insurance contracts. I've come across your emails in my inbox. Mm-hmm. And, kind of wanted to give you guys an opportunity to look into what you currently have. Okay. And just to try something totally different in communicating with existing and prospect clients.
What's the prospect world look like for you? Is it LinkedIn? Is it a lot of referrals? Or how does that kind of work for you in terms of the financial end of things?
Yeah, so yeah, I've been doing this for quite some time. I'm 31 years in financial services. So 99% of my client base is existing
Yep.
clients and their referrals
Yep.
from friends and family. That's worked out well for me in the past 18 years.
Yep.
Started a second agency, Armed Forces Benefit Association, about close to a year and a half, 2 years ago. But it's a company I've been appointed with probably 5 years.
Yeah.
So it's a standalone product. Started a second agency just to carry that product, and I've got tons of prospects with this new venture.
Yeah.
Probably over 500 prospects and doing events. So I kind of want a different way of kind of reaching out to them.
Yeah.
Since I've already showed face, I've already been face to face with them. Now I want a different way to kind of approach them.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think the biggest thing is it's kind of crazy, like being in 2026, but when people find us sometimes they're like, oh, I didn't know you could send videos like this or even do this, because probably less than 5% of the sales world sends, videos in general. And if they do send them, they're typically just like a YouTube or a link that kind of just, takes you somewhere else. Typically they're not kind of the whole kind of a holistic kind of thing you get with Dubb. So it's always interesting, people finding us like, oh, I didn't know you could do that. Yeah. So when people get these videos, it's very different, Cool, William. Well, it was great meeting you. Let me know if you have any questions. Pop them in the chat, and it was nice meeting you.
You as well.
And let's see. Okay, so we got a few questions in there. Great. All right, awesome. Okay, well then, welcome back to the returners. Good to meet the new folks in here, and I'm going to share my screen now, and we're going to run through the basics of Dubb and some use cases, some strategy stuff. So let me share my screen here, and let's begin. Okay, so when you have Dubb and you send someone a Dubb video, they're going to get something that looks like this. Now, the styles are going to be different that I'm going to show you in a second. But when you record a Dubb video and you send it to someone, they're going to see a 3-second repeating animated GIF preview like you see right here. So when you hit record with Dubb, the first 3 seconds is going to repeat. And unless you want to, inside of Dubb, there's a little editing choice where you can slide it to a different part of the video if you like that better visually, or you could upload your own thumbnail. But to be efficient when you're recording these, it's nice to know when you hit record, that first 3 seconds is going to repeat. And that's what you're seeing going on right here. Now, as far as before you hit record, one of the things we always recommend is what's your hook? Because you notice I have that typed on a little whiteboard right there. What's your hook? So when you think about that, you want to think about your ICP, your ideal client profile. Why are you reaching out? What do you want them to do? What's the piece of information or question that you have that you want to impart upon them to get them to want to watch your video? So whether it's one-to-one, whether it's one-to-many, whether it's a cold outreach, warm, whatever that is, whether it's an update to your database, you want to have them obviously have a reason for wanting to click on that video. So to get your hook and kind of figure that out, what we usually recommend is if you use ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini, if you even within Dubb use Auto right here, which is our AI guide that sits right here, just ask the question, pop in there to the AI, give it your ideal client profile, explain your audience, why you're reaching out, what you want them to do, and then ask the AI, can you give me a list of, 20, 30, 5 to 6 word hooks that are going to get them to want to click on that video related to, the information that you end up finding out, whether it's question, statement, challenge, whatever that may be within the industry. And once it gives you that list of 5 to 6 word hooks, give it a human pass, give the notes back to the AI if you want to switch it around a little bit, maybe a little wittier, funnier, whatever you want, to have happen. And then when you have that, then you're able to use it. Now, the reason we say 5 to 6 words is because if you decide to use this style right here, which I'm going to show you in a second, typically on the whiteboard right there, it's about 5 to 6 words and 5 to 6 words up here in the subject line. So most of them kind of show. Now, once you have that figured out, then you've got to decide, okay, what kind of style of video do I want to record? So this one here was recorded with the basic webcam right inside of Dubb. I got the Dubb mobile app on my phone, and the Dubb mobile app has a little whiteboard feature where you can type like you see right here. And then the last part of it is the animated part, just a little movement, little wave, little point. And that goes a long way. So this is probably the most straightforward style you can get because that message is right there, and you can do it right from where you're sitting in front of your computer. Now, from this as well, you can also do a different style. So you can do this right here. You can do a virtual background behind you. So if you don't want to hold up the whiteboard and you want to give some context and everything behind you, you can do a screenshot of a profile like you see here. You can do a company website, an article, a screenshot of an action someone took. Maybe they filled out a form. Maybe if you're in real estate, you want to put a property behind you, like you can do right here. Now, in this combination, I used the background and I held up the whiteboard, which you can do. It's just a creative choice. Do you want to have some context behind you and have that hook? Or do you want it to be one or the other? Now, if I was going to do that profile one that you just saw, I could add an additional message, like have the profile behind me or the website or the article, whatever it is, and add that additional message. So it's really just a creative choice in terms of what you want to do. But this is a very straightforward style to be able to make these videos right from your computer. You're giving context and you're giving a hook. Now, there's also another kind that you can do right here, and this is going to be screen recording. So if we look at this one right here, this is going to be done with the Dubb Chrome extension, which is a browser-based screen recorder. So you just Google Dubb Chrome extension. You would pin it right up here at the top in the browser. And when you have this, it gives you the ability to walk through any website that you want to share with someone. So in this case, it's a market update in real estate. But again, any industry where you want to walk someone through, this is a great way to reach out on LinkedIn that I'm going to show in a bit. But you'll notice I have some annotations pointing towards the bubble. And you'll notice again, I'm holding my whiteboard inside of the bubble there. Now, if I didn't have the whiteboard, I could just point it there, smile and wave. But the additional message inside there, I think probably goes a long way, because we know it's a market update, but now we know there's been a big change in the market, or whatever your industry is. There could be something very, very specific in that messaging. You also have the mobile app. So the Dubb mobile app gives you a lot of options here. You can have a virtual background behind you. You can do some text on the screen like you see right here. You also can do your hook that we just talked about. So you can hit record, hold it selfie style, have the hook above, below, whatever you'd like, as long as that message is nice and clear. And you can do this either at home or on the move. You also have this option with the mobile app, which is called picture in picture. So it uses both cameras on the phone. And this is really popular with real estate folks, obviously, if you're going to do property walkthroughs, because you're not just showing what's in front of you and talking, you're actually on the screen as well. Now, if you're not in real estate and you're doing some kind of live event where you want to show the crowd and say, hey, this is where I'm at, and then send that video to all your contacts, that's a cool use case. You also can, if you're interviewing someone or you're in person with someone, you would want to do a quick Q&A for maybe a social video. You can record them and you're right there. You can do a video testimonial if you're with a client and you want to do a quick Q&A on that. You can record that. You also can pull up a website on your computer, take your phone with picture in picture, record yourself, and kind of lean in, showing the website of the article that you want to show. And again, visually, it will look very different. There's also a screen recorder called the Dubb desktop app. Now, the Dubb desktop app is different than the Chrome extension, which was browser-based. The Dubb desktop app is like a little drone that flies over everything on the computer. So in this case here, I had a website pulled up and I was able to crop in closer to what I wanted to show. There's some other cool functions too. When I show you the screen recorders back to back, I'll show you the difference between the two. But regardless of the style that you choose here, when you send someone this Dubb video and they click on it, it's really about the experience that they're going to have here. So we call this a preset in Dubb terms, a preset landing page. So when someone gets here, there's going to be a number of things that they're going to see. One is going to be your logo to the left. The other is going to be the initial video you've created. Then you're going to have playlist videos that can play right after that initial video, which is really cool because these initial videos should really be about, like we talked about, the hook, the person, the group that you're reaching out to. That's the focus, bringing that value, having them take an action when the video is done. 30 to 40 seconds, get in, get out. And then in the playlist, you can have one video you record one time about you. Basically your pitch video. Why should someone go with you, your product or services? So make it, minute and a half. You only need to record it once, and then it will play seamlessly right after this initial video. And if you have video testimonials, this is a great spot to have them to kind of close this loop here, to have it right here in the playlist. Now, below here, you have your call to action buttons, your CTAs. What would you like someone to do after they've consumed the content? Do you want them to click a time, to book a time in your calendar? Do you want them to visit your website? Do you want them to download a document, a listing agreement, a contract, a guide? Do you want them to fill out a form? Maybe you want to link to an external form. Do you want them to leave a review? You could have a link down there. Check out a case study. So there's a lot of options you have down here. I wouldn't have a ton of buttons. You don't want to get the whole paralysis by analysis thing. But when you have multiples, I would go in order of importance from left to right. And if you don't have video testimonials here for your playlist, or maybe you have some, but you want to get some more, a really kind of convenient way that Dubb users have done over the years is if you use this reply with video button you see here below the video. So what I could do if I wanted to get a video testimonial, I could record a video, have that button below it, and say, hey, this is Rob. Listen, thank you so much for using Dubb. We would really appreciate a video testimonial. All you need to do is just click the reply with video button below. You don't need to download anything. It's not complicated. And let me know, what have you enjoyed about the platform? And then when they send that video back to you, then you'll get a little notification that you have a video reply inside of Dubb, and then just make it part of the playlist. And this has been a really kind of powerful area on the landing page that's worked well for people over the years. The last part over here is your AI assistant called SIA, your Sales Interactive Assistant. And the reason this is pretty cool is because, and it's not a necessity, you don't have to have this on your landing page. It's just a button inside of Dubb. But we've gotten good feedback over the time that we've had it here, because when people land here, maybe they're considering taking a next action, but maybe they have real-time questions. So over here to the right, you can have your FAQs. They can ask the AI a question specifically down at the bottom. And when the AI gives the answer, the goal is to keep the momentum going. So the AI will give the answer here, like you see here, and then it will push for whatever your desired next step is. In this case, it's booking a time in my calendar. Now, the AI is educated inside of Dubb with individual website pages. So the AI will learn what's physically in text on those pages. And then you also can upload a PDF as well. So you can do one or the other or both, and that will really educate the AI on what it needs to know to help you to close some deals. Now, these preset landing pages are all about being specific to certain parts of your audience. So if I was in, let's just say, real estate, and I worked with buyers, sellers, FSBOs, and expireds, I would want separate preset landing pages for each one of those parts of my audience. Same thing for recruitment, employers, candidates, coaching, consulting, different industries, mortgage, insurance, financial, whatever the segmentation is, I would have a separate preset landing page for those folks. And when you get on a paid plan with Dubb, one of the first things we do is the team will meet you inside of Zoom and help you set up these pages and buttons and everything you need to get ready to go. All of this is also tracked. So when you send a Dubb video, you'll know, did they open the email? Did they click on any of the buttons below? Did they interact with the AI? Did they watch the video? And if they did, what's the watch percentage? Because that really helps with your follow-up, knowing what they've consumed. Now, as far as recording these different types of videos, how would we record these styles? So let's start with the webcam one right here. So inside of Dubb, when you're in the platform, in the dashboard, you're going to go right to the top and click on the red camera icon that sits up here. And when you click on it, it's going to open up your camera. This is also where you can upload a video right up here at the top if you want to upload a video into Dubb. But if we want to record this style that we saw, let's just say we want to do the virtual background behind. So you're going to go below, select virtual background, come below here, go to your photos, and then this is where you're going to upload any screenshots that you have into this area. So the screenshots are going to be like we talked about: properties and real estate, articles, company websites, profiles, screenshots of an action. And once they're loaded into this library, just select the one that you want, and then it's going to put it behind you, just like this. Now, you just want to make sure you have a good front light. Like I have a ring light here, but you can use natural light or a combination of both. If you talk a lot with your hands, I do. I usually keep them within my shoulders so they don't get lost out in the soup here. They stay right in here. And if you want to use the whiteboard to have the message, what you would do is you would go and get the Dubb mobile app on your phone. And when you have the Dubb mobile app on your phone, this is where you're going to find that button that I was using to type the hook. So here is the Dubb mobile app. The button right here at the top is right there, that little square button. So when you select that there, that is where you're going to be able to type. So when you type your hook in here, type it and then turn it just like this. And you'll be able to use it just like that. So you can do this alone, or you can do a combination with the virtual background behind you, whatever you'd like to do. Now, every way to record in Dubb has a teleprompter option, which you can access right up here in this particular recorder. But to access the teleprompter, first we need a script. So inside of Dubb, I'll show you where that would be located. So if you want to add a script inside the Dubb platform, right over here to the left, in the left navigation, if you go to Assets and you select Scripts, this is where you can click the little blue plus button over here to the right, give your name, your title of a script, drop the script in here, save and close. So once the script is in there, then you can access it right up here. So when you select up here, you can go right to scripting like we just did, right from this button at the top that says create new script. If you click that there, it'll go right inside Dubb. You're able to save a script. Or you can scroll to find the script that you want, or you can look for it by title, like I did right here. And then when the teleprompter drops down, you have some options here. You can zoom the text in all the way in. I'm probably going to go about right here. You also can hit the play button here to test the speed, if you like the speed of it. If not, you can make the adjustment right here. I can go up or down. If you want to edit the script in real time, you can click the pencil icon right there. So we select it here, make any changes that you want, and then hit save. Now, from a physical perspective, I would say about arm's distance away is pretty good for an eye line. Let the words flow up. If you ever find that you're chasing the words when you're reading it, I would just increase the speed. Just as long as you sound natural. I think you can tell if you're speeding up, and definitely give it a read through so the words don't surprise you. But using a teleprompter is pretty amazing because, you know, if you want to say something a certain way, the words are right there in front of you. It ends up being really, really efficient. We use it a lot. So if I'm going to do that here, here's what it would look like. I'm going to get my whiteboard ready to go. I'm going to hit the record button right here in the middle. I'm going to get my 3, 2, 1 countdown, and here we go. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And then I can hit the pause button right down here at the bottom if I want to stop the recording and the script. Click resume to keep going. And if I want to delete this thing, just tap the red X and it will say, hey, are you sure you want to do this? And then if you want to save the video into the Dubb platform, it's the check mark right here. So when you select this here, it's going to save it into the platform, which we'll do in a second. To close the teleprompter, tap it right here. But this is a really basic, straightforward style to be able to communicate. So I'm going to hit the check mark here, and it's going to save it into Dubb. Now, when it's saved into Dubb, you're going to end up landing on the video edit page inside of the platform. So whenever you save a video, this is always where you're going to end up. Now, you have some really cool options within the platform here. I'm just going to choose a different video just because that one's still transcoding. Let's just use this one right here. So what you can do is you can text right up here at the top, click on this button here, and you can change the title of the video or give it a title internally. You also can go all the way over here to the right to this little square button. And if you select it, it's going to open up the video on a preset landing page so you can preview what this looks like. Now, if you want to change it to a different background, a different preset landing page, there's a drop down right here, and you can select a different preset landing page, and it will change everything about the background. Now, notice that I have one selected here. This is my default preset. So when I have a default preset landing page, that means whenever I record a video, it will always be that background with those buttons, those videos, that layout, unless I change it. You also have the ability to download an MP4 version of any video you save into Dubb, which is useful because a lot of the social media platforms like that raw downloaded video to follow their sequencing to upload. So this gives you the ability to do that. Every Dubb video also has a QR code. So if you want to do physical mail marketing, if you got door hanger stuff or stuff in a mail stack, you can make a fun video like, hey, thanks for pulling me out of the mail. If you are at a live event, you can pre-record a video and you have the QR code on your phone. So when you meet someone, they'll see that video saying, hey, listen, it was great meeting you at the event. To stay in touch, you can click below or whatever you wanted to have them do next. If you have a booth, great to set it up with a QR code. If you're doing an open house in real estate, great to have that sitting on the counter. They see the video, hey, thanks for coming to this open house. By the way, you can click below to check out similar properties. So there's a lot of different use cases for this, and every Dubb video has a QR code. You also can upload this video directly to your YouTube channel if you have one. And then down here, you have some choices. Analytics. So this one here, we have an AI coach called Kyra. So when you make these videos, if you want some immediate feedback, you can click generate, and it will give you delivery analysis, content, visuals, all right after you've made the video. Activity, like I mentioned earlier, you can really drill down on the activity people are doing so you follow up in a really good way. You have a details tab that sits right here. This is just a reminder that says, remember, these are the buttons below your video. This is the AI sales assistant on your page. This is the playlist of videos that will play after it. And you can change or adjust anything right here from there. You can delete or add. Now, if I happen to send this video to someone, and I already sent it, but I forgot to change a button or a video, I can still make those adjustments here, and it will refresh on the other side for the person. There's also an editing tab. So when you select the editing tab, you can edit any video in Dubb you'd like. So you can hit the play button, Text to video allows you can drag your timeline right here. So if I want to cut something out, let's just say it's right there. Hit the scissor icon, splits it in two. Hit the play button or drag it to the second cut point. Let's pretend it's right there. Scissors. And now you got 3 pieces. And whatever's highlighted in orange, just hit the trash can and it's gone. And if you want to bring everything back, just click undo, 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 and you're right back to where you started. You also have a design tab. So this is what I mentioned in the beginning. So when you hit record in the first 3 seconds is that animated preview, you can change that right here. So you can drag this here to a different part of the video that you think is visually more interesting if you want to, or you can upload your own thumbnail. But to be efficient, it's good to know, like I said in the beginning, when you hit record those first 3 seconds, what's going to be your plan. So we recorded a video. It's on a preset landing page with buttons and everything that we need. Now we just want to do a simple send. So to do a send, we're going to go inside an email client. We're going to open up a compose. And best practice here, you always want to have the word video in the subject line. It is the very first thing that they read. It is very rare that you do see it. And then you want to have that hook that we talked about right here. And then you want to have a little bit of text in here as far as why they should watch the video. And then you can drop the video in. And you can do that in 2 ways. So inside of Dubb, when you have a video pulled up, there's a big blue share and send button right over here to the right. Tap that here, put the email in so you get that good tracking. You can add a little text at the top of the video if you want to. It's not a guarantee, you don't have to do it, but you can do this right here. Click copy for email, and it's just a copy and paste. And there's that little banner that I typed at the top with the message right there. Now there's also a shortcut that you can do. So the shortcut is available in Gmail and Outlook 365. And the shortcut is this little Dubb button that you see right down here at the bottom. In Outlook 365, it's off to the right. But this button exists because you have the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder that we're going to look at in a second, right up here in the browser. So when you select this button here, it's going to open up the Chrome extension recorder, the screen recorder. I could record a video right now, or I can choose a video from my video library that I'm scrolling through down to the bottom right. So when I open this up here, just click Advanced Options. You found the video, put the email in, add a little personalization text if you want to, and then all you have to do is click Insert Video, and it will pop it right in there, and you're ready to send. Now, as far as screen recording goes, that we looked at here, the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder, any website that you want to be on top of and be in a bubble here, that's what we're going to look at now. So you're going to Google Dubb Chrome extension. It's a 3-step process to pin it right at the top. And when you have it here, we're going to look at this as far as a LinkedIn outreach. But again, this is any browser-based website you want to be on top of. So I'm going to pull up the person I want to reach out to. I'm going to click on the Dubb Chrome extension up here at the top in the browser, and then it's going to physically put me on the screen. And whenever you're using the Chrome, you want to think about placement of your webcam, size, and shape. So size here, you can adjust right here at the bottom, just like pulling the edge. And I don't want to go too big because I don't want to cover my whole screen. So I'm probably going to go about this size here. Where do I want to put myself? I'm going to put myself right next to Ruben here, but any interesting spot that you want to be. So just think about the placement and then think about the shape. If you're on more of an angular site, fits into a cool spot, you can do that. I'm going to stay circles because Ruben is in a circle right here. Now you also have the ability to turn your camera off. If you want to do an audio walkthrough of something, you can do that. If you want to use your headshot, you can do that as well. And if you want to put a virtual background behind you inside the bubble, you can do that just like we were doing before. You can do that. You also have an annotation tool that you can use right over here to the left. You have a teleprompter. This one's a little bit different than the one you just saw. You can physically move this one around. You can grab the sides like this and make it a little thinner. To find the script, just click in here like you did before. And then all you have to do is just adjust the speed here, back the text off, or zoom it in. Now, when you're going to use this teleprompter, we're going to move it towards the camera at the top. And just a little reminder on the Chrome extension. So if you want to use the teleprompter, because the Chrome extension is browser-based, you don't want to go full screen on your browser, because if you do, it's going to hide the teleprompter tab and you won't be able to click on it. So you want to leave a little bit of a gap. So when you hit record, you can physically tap this, bring it forward, and you're able to use it. Now, there's also 3 orientations to record with Chrome. There's camera, which opens up like a webcam. There's tab, which is what I'm on right now. So when you hit record, it's a nice clean cut of the page. You won't see any of the tabs at the top. And there's screen, which will get your entire screen if you want to jump around to different tabs, if you want to take someone on a tab journey. So I'm going to use this right here. I'm going to hit record, and this is kind of what this would look like. I'm going to have my additional message ready to go right here. I'm going to hit record over to the right. I'm going to choose my tab. There it is. You can see me right on there. Click share. I get my 3, 2, 1 countdown. Here we go. Hey, Ruben, this is Rob. I wanted to send you this quick video because I didn't know that you were an author and that you wrote a book. I love click and record. So I want to talk to you a little bit about that. So I did my whole 3-second thing, right? My animated preview. And then I decided to jump to full screen. You don't have to do this, but jumping to full screen when you're doing a screen share is pretty cool because it breaks the visuals and it enables you to really take the attention of the viewer and say, look, I want to talk to you about this one thing, and kind of take a point and hammer it home. So to do that, you can do it in a couple ways. You can hover your mouse over the webcam, double click it. It brings you here. Double click the screen to go back to the page. You also can click the little button here. It brings you to full. Click the little button at the bottom. Same thing on the remote control panel. Click the button here. Click it to go back. You also can physically scroll around. You can be very free-flowing with this, or you can be a little more regimented. You can hit the pause button down here, stop the recording, get yourself in the next spot you want to be, and then just click resume, and you're ready to go. You also can use the annotation tool right over here to the left. So you can have the annotations already set up before you begin recording, or you can use them during the recording. You can do text on screen, put things in numerical order of importance. You can draw, you can circle, you can underline, and all of your annotations are going to stay sticky when you continue down the page. So they're not going to follow you. So if you're reaching out on LinkedIn, this is a really effective way that people have used over the years. If you're sharing any kind of website where you want to walk through visually and tell a story and point things out, this is a nice quick way to do it within the browser. So I'm going to hit the check mark below. It's going to, again, save this video into the Dubb platform, and it's going to take us to the video edit page that we were before. Now, this video that I just recorded, how would I share this with Ruben? So what you want to do on LinkedIn is you want to make sure that you are a first connection first. So you want to connect with the people first. Once you are connected, then click message. And then you'll notice there's a little Dubb shortcut button down there at the bottom. That's the integration we have with LinkedIn. So when you select this button here, it's going to open up the Chrome that we just used. We're going to scroll through and find our video like we did before. There it is. We're going to click insert, and then you can highlight the text right here and change it to whatever you'd like it to be. And then you can click send, and Ruben's going to see a nice animated preview right inside his inbox, which is totally different than what someone would normally see. Now, as far as the final screen recorder that I'm going to show you is going to be the Dubb desktop app. So you're going to Google Dubb desktop app, download it for Mac or PC. And then when you do, that D symbol will be at the top on a Mac. It'll be at the bottom on a PC. And you have a number of choices for actions here. I'm going to choose the View Quick menu. It's going to open up like this. And now I'm going to choose Record Screen because that's what we just did with the Chrome extension. So we're going to look at the similarities and the differences between the two. So first off, we're going to notice that the bubble is just like the one with the Chrome. You can do all the same functions. The annotation tool does all the same annotations. The only difference is here, when you use this one, they're not going to stay sticky. They're going to follow you. So you want to use them, delete them, and then scroll down the page. The teleprompter is similar to the Chrome, where you can physically move it around, but it is different in this regard. So if you click in here and you find the script that you want, let's just grab this one right here. You can use auto track right here. So it says auto track, that's voice recognition. So if I hit record and I'm reading the script, it's going to go at my pace. Now, if you don't want to do that and you want just the scroll speed like the other two teleprompters, tap that button and you'll see now that I can control the speed. So it's really auto track or it's auto scroll, whatever you'd like to use. And then recording, this is some cool options you have here. So to record with the desktop app, you're going to notice there's a red slash down here on the control panel. So if I hit record, I would get my entire computer screen. If I click this red slash and get rid of it, now I have a drop down of choices in terms of the border of what I'm recording. So right now it's on custom, which means I can crop around anything I would like to crop around, whether it's a website, Canvas slide, document, video, whatever it is, and you can move it on top of anything. So whatever is inside the blue lines here will be part of the recording. I also can tap down here and click landscape. So it goes to the YouTube format. I also can click down here and go portrait. So if I want to do a social media video right from my desktop, I am in the proper formation right here. Just put it on top of whatever you want to put it on top of. The last part is how to record with this. So the record button, I'm going to tap right now. It's right down here at the bottom. I'm going to hit record. I'm going to get my 3, 2, 1 countdown. And now I am recording like we just did before. I can pause and resume. The difference here is the check mark. So the check mark before saved the video into Dubb, not the case with the desktop app. When you select the check mark here, it's going to open up a preview window and you've just recorded a clip. So the cool thing about the desktop app is it records in clips. So we're going to record some clips, merge them together into one video, and then we're going to save it into Dubb, which is a neat option because with clip recording, you can drag and drop videos from your computer. So if you have an MP4 file that you want to make part of the story here, you can absolutely do that. So what I just recorded was a screen recording clip. So how would I keep recording now if I wanted to? Well, you have 3 creative choices down to the bottom left, these icons. I'm going to select record screen. It's going to bring me right back to where I was, and I could have pulled up a different tab or a different part of whatever I wanted to show. I'm going to hit record, and now 3, 2, 1, and I'm recording a second clip in the same style that I recorded the first one. I'm going to hit the check mark again, and there is the second clip that I've recorded. And these clips can be moved in any order that you would like, which I think is one of the best parts about it. You don't have to record chronologically. You can move the clips around. And if you click the 3-dot menu on every clip, you can download or delete individual clips. Now, another choice you have down to the bottom left is for a webcam recording. So if I select the webcam icon, it's going to open up my webcam. I'm going to hit record. And now I'm recording a webcam clip, which could be the opening of my video. It could be the end. Maybe I'm taking a moment to make a point about something, but it visually looks different. Hit the check mark, and there's that clip. And again, I can move it wherever I would like to. Now, the last option here I think is pretty cool. I use this one a lot. It's called Dubb Narrator. Dubb Narrator gives you the ability to take a pre-recorded video that you've already recorded, put it inside of a bubble, and place it on top of anything that you would like. So what I could do is I could sit in front of my webcam, record a market update, save it into my Dubb video library, and then all I would have to do is pull up the website I want it to be on top of, click the Dubb Narrator button down here at the bottom left, and it will take me into my video library. And let's pretend this video right here is the one I recorded about the market. Click it right there, put it on top of the website, hit record, and now the pre-recorded version of me is going to do the talking. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. You can pause and resume. It's pretty neat. So it gives you the ability to you can just kind of relax and scroll around and use some annotations if you want, and the pre-recorded version of you is going to do all the work. And then when you're ready to combine all of these clips together into one video, you're going to go to the bottom right, click edit. It's going to merge all our clips together. And then you even have the opportunity, if you want to edit this video right inside the desktop app before you even save it into Dubb. So you can do that all right here. And then you can download the MP4 and you can upload it into the Dubb platform. One of the only times I really download it before is if it's a longer video, like we're doing like a YouTube video, and I really want to make sure I have, I have the raw file first before I save it in case something goes wrong with the upload. That's what I'll do right there. Okay, so the last part we're going to look at right here is going to be the Dubb mobile app. Now, the mobile app is pretty awesome. It is a clip recorder as well. So that's the similarity between the desktop app and the mobile app that you're going to see right now. It also has some other cool functions too. So when you get the Dubb mobile app, this is how you would record. And here's some other cool functions you have with the mobile app. So I'm going to share this right here, and you should be able to see it right now. Okay, so to record, I'm going to scroll up and down. Here's your home area of the mobile app. I'm going to tap the blue camera icon at the bottom. That's going to open up our camera. And when it opens up, when you first use the mobile app, you're going to notice that it's going to be defaulted for a minute. So I'm going to slide this over to 10 because you can't go beyond 10 minutes and it's not going to cut me off. I'm going to tap the circle at the bottom, and now I'm recording. You can see timer here and timer here. I can pause this recording if I'd like to and then resume it. To end the recording, tap the circle, and there is the clip that I've just recorded. So this clip has been automatically downloaded to my phone. So I have it in case I need it and I want to use it later. Now I'm going to hit record one more time. So I have a couple clips here. Each clip has to be at least 2 seconds. I'm going to stop the recording. There's my second clip. And I can physically move these around like we did with the desktop app. I can take my finger, hold one for a second, and slide it. And I can also tap a clip individually. So if I do, I have the ability to trim, download, and if I click edit, this is where I can add some stuff. So if I select the music icon to the right, I can choose from a whole library of royalty-free music if you want to use that. Just adjust the levels to make sure it's not overwhelming your voice. You also can tap the text icon. And this is where I was typing the text in the early example you saw in the beginning of the training, where I can put my hook anywhere I want to put it. different font, different colors. If I select the microphone icon to the right, that's a voiceover. So maybe I want to do a voiceover of this clip. If I select the other icon below it, that's to speed up the action. So maybe you're doing a property walkthrough and you're going down the hallway and you want to speed it up and make it fun, you can do that. You also can do burned in subtitles here on this clip, or you can do it at the end. Now, these icons right over here to the right, what do they do? So if you tap the tooltip at the top right, it's going to give you the breakdown of what they are. Now, this one here is a countdown timer. So I always have mine on 3 seconds because when you hit record, it kind of gives you the proper amount of time and you're ready to go. They have a 10-second one if you want to use that as well. Now, if you're doing a walk and talk and you feel like it's too kind of all over the place and everything, you can select this button right here for video stabilization. You can choose low, medium, or high, and then it'll basically take it from this to kind of like this. So it'll be much smoother. If you want to use a teleprompter, this one right here. So when you select this here, you're going to find your script like you did before. Just scroll through, or you can put the title of the script. But when you actually find what you're looking for, let me grab this one right. Let's see which one do I want to go with. I'm going to go with this one. And then when you have it here, you have your scroll speed. Like we saw with the other teleprompters. You can adjust this up or down, and then you can hit the play button to see if you like that speed. And then you can also hit the pencil icon to make any changes that you want to make. I would keep my eyes right up here at the top. If you're doing a landscape video, just turn it this way and the script will adjust. And if you feel like your eyes are not staying at the top, like you're not letting the words flow up into your natural eye line here, either increase the speed or move the guardrails up like this. So now you're always looking towards the camera. You're not looking down here where there's no words. Now, if you do have an iPhone, you have this as an option. You can select the gear icon here, select auto track, and now you can do voice recognition like we did with the desktop app like this. Your buyer just pulled up 3 cheaper options on ChatGPT while you were talking. So it'll go at your pace, and you have that as an option right here. So it's either auto track or auto scroll. And then to close the teleprompter, tap the X to the top right, and it will close it. Now, if you ever recorded a video on your phone, let's say you have something you like, and you want to make it part of the story here, go to the folder icon here. It'll bring you to your photo video area. Find the video that you want. It'll say, hey, do you want to add clips? Yes. And it drops it right in here. If you want to physically record your screen, it's this button right here. If you want to do filters, this little button down over here. So if you select this one here, just kind of scroll through. It's black and white, skin smoothing, kind of different effects. See what you like, and then just select the one that you want. And if you want to do picture-in-picture that I showed in the beginning, this is this one right here. So when you click that there, it's going to use both cameras like we talked about. And then you can show what's in front of you, and you can move yourself around the screen, zoom in, back up. We're here, make yourself bigger, smaller. You have all those as far as an option. You also have a virtual background choice down the bottom. So like I mentioned in the beginning, if you have some screenshots on the phone that you want of properties, people's profiles, articles, websites, actions, take those screenshots, then click here. And then all you have to do is just put it behind you and you're able to record. And then when you're ready to combine all of these clips into one video, all you have to do is tap the button to the top right. That's going to merge all our clips together. And then there's a blue upload button that you're going to click to save it into the platform. But you'll have that finished copy on your phone in your photo video area. So you'll be able to have it in 2 spots. So I have a couple clips here. Just like that. There's the blue upload button. Now also from the mobile app in the home area, you have the ability to send videos. So if we have our video library, whoops, looks like I'm frozen. Let me restart this. Hold on one second. Let's reshare. Doesn't do any good if you're looking at a frozen screen. Okay, so let's reshare this. Here we go. So when you have your video library here in the middle, let's say you want to share a video. Tap the video that you want. You're going to notice a blue share button right in the middle. You can click copy for email. It's copied to your clipboard. Paste it. You can click copy for SMS. It's copied to your clipboard. Paste it. You also can tap the icons to the top right. Block icon is for email. Paper airplane icon is for SMS. Now, as far as CRMs go, so when you have a CRM that you love, like a HubSpot or a Salesforce or a Go High Level or anything like that, and you love what you have, but you want to be able to just send videos, you have the ability to do that. So if you click the little button here inside of Dubb, you're going to see a pretty extensive list of third-party senders and CRMs that we do have. Now, if you don't have a CRM, or maybe you're looking to kind of drop the tech stack down, you can do that with Dubb as well. So from the left navigation over here, you can click CRM, upload your contacts with a CSV file. And then once they're in here, you can do tasks. You can create those if you'd like to. You have that option right in here. You have the ability to create deals that you can do, the deal boards where you can slide them along. You have board view, list view, all kinds of options in here. You also have the ability within Dubb to do email and SMS campaigns if you'd like to in bulk. And you also have the ability for automation. So you can do workflows, emails. This is all with our Pro Plus plan where you can do drip sequences. Like when someone signs up for Dubb, they'll get a 12 sequence from us. So that's a pretty effective thing to do if you want to do that. But from a storing of your contacts with Dubb, CRMs, basic functionality of task deals, notes, all of that good stuff, you have that ability inside of Dubb if you'd like to use it as a CRM. Now, also Auto that I mentioned here in the beginning, our AI guide. You can write scripts with Auto if you'd like, and you can ask Auto questions related to Dubb or strategy questions like, hey, Auto, what's the best 5 videos to send? I'm in real estate. What are the best ones? And it will give you an answer. Now, if you're going to do writing, if you want to use it as a writer, over here to the right, there's this little profile feature, which is pretty neat. So this gives you the ability to set up profiles of different parts of your audience. So, you know, we talked about before with the preset landing pages, how you have the different pages. Like if I was in recruiting and I did employers and candidates, I would want a landing page for employers, a landing page for candidates. The same thing here. Teach the AI on different parts of your audience. So I would set up different profiles. Like imagine one of them said employers and one of them said candidates. So you click create profile, and all you're doing is just answering the AI's questions on this part of your audience. You can choose a preferred tone of communication. You even can have a built-in writing structure if you want to. This is called the have method, where it opens with the hook like we talked about. Then it addresses the needs, provides the value, and extends a call to action. So that can be baked into the structure if you want to do that. If not, you don't have to select it. But if I was sitting here and I'm like, oh, you know what, I want to write an email to my sellers in real estate, or I want to create a video. Just click on the profile icon, select the one you want to use, and then the AI will remember everything about that audience. And then it can give you the text that you want, and you even can save it directly inside of Dubb so you can use it as a teleprompter. So a lot of options here just with the AI. Now, we also have in terms of help in here, training. So down to the bottom right over here, middle right, you have the middle link right here, this second one. So when you select this one here, this is going to be Dubb Academy, where we have a number of videos in here that you can learn from Dubb. And this is on a showcase page that we've created, which is available as well. We have trainings on that. We also have founder coaching that we do every Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. PST. This is with Ruben and Darius. They have their own curriculum. They have an open mic that you can fill out about your business. And if you're part of our Pro Plus plan, you have access to that. Now, if you want to come into this one all the time, all you do is click this first one here. If you want to share a link with someone, this is the 10 a.m. you're in right now, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. PST, dubb.com/T. Now, as far as sharing Dubb, so we have referrals down here. So at the bottom left in the nav, you're going to see where it says referrals. This is where you can click apply now, and it will create a referral link for you. So if you share that link, we do a 30% recurring commission on anybody that subscribes to Dubb. So you can share that, have them come into the live training. You can also, if you have meetings set up, like say you do like a Tech Tuesdays and you want us to come in, we can always come in and present for you. Because if you're on a paid plan with Dubb and you get, 4, 5, 6 people, you got a free account, and then we end up paying you. And we have a lot of partners that do really well with that. But it's really just about, at the end of the day, it's really about leaning into your use case. Why am I reaching out to people? Why do I want them to click? What's my hook that I want them to really be on there about? So that's really, really what it's about. Now, if you love AI and you really love the AI kind of options that platforms have, a little thing that we've added recently is right up here at the top. So that red camera icon that we talked about in the beginning to record from our webcam, there's a little prompt button right up here at the top. It says create from AI prompt. So if you select this here, you have the ability to create an AI video. So this one right here, when you go over video type, it's going to say, look, check out the different AI videos you can create. So this one right here is an intro hook video as an example. So I'm going to hit play.
Are you ready to solve your biggest problem right now?
So you can choose any one of these different kinds of videos. So if I do greeting video, there's that one. User generated content, see how it visually looks different. She's closer to the camera. Social media video, commercial, you can do an outro. So whatever one you select here, the time frame down here at the duration will match. So a commercial is typically 12 seconds. Intro is usually 4 seconds. So between 4 and 12, you can even choose landscape, or portrait. And when you're going to actually do this, remember the AI profile I just mentioned? Well, choose the part of the audience that you're making this video for so it remembers everything. And then you can come in here and do your prompt. Now, the thing with the prompting is you can be as creative as you want. If you have your own vision, type out every part of it that you want. If you don't know, you could do something basic. Like I could say, a cat runs towards the camera and says, welcome to the training. Even if you did something basic like that, or you just gave a scenario where you wanted the AI to do more of, the kind of the heavy lifting, you have the ability to do that. And with these, you can't do your face or celebrities' faces or historical figures or any of that kind of stuff. So when you have this here and you're ready to go, just click generate. And then it's going to give you 3 choices. So the 3 choices are going to be, the first one at the top is going to be kind of a fleshed out version of what you really want. The other 2 are going to kind of be a little bit more creative in terms of giving you some options. You can select all 3, or you can pick one. It's totally up to you. And then you'll get an email when the video is ready. It says your AI video is ready. And then it will just show up in your video library. You have it listed right there. And the use cases for these are like we saw in the dropdown. It's an intro. So you open with this great AI video as a hook, and then it goes right to you as your authentic human video in the playlist. It's the next thing that plays right after. Or maybe it's an outro. So you just choose the concept that you want. I'll select the first one here. I could select all 3. And if you want to edit the prompt, you can always go back, or you can click generate video. And when you click generate video, you can generate another one now if you want to do that, or you can go right back to the dashboard. And again, you get that email when it's ready, and that video will show up right down here in your video library. So I did one about a shark the other day. So what it would be is, I'll show you this example right here. Let's grab this one. So it'd be something like this.
Welcome to the training.
So something like that, something fun you want to make. And then again, it could be any of those different scenarios that we talked about in terms of type, intro, outro, all of that good stuff. Okay, so let me pop back over here to the chat and let's see what we have in here. Let's see. Okay, so we had a question on templates. So with Dubb, let me show this inside here. We have a training on this in our Dubb Academy. Let me just open up and share here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me share my screen. So inside here in the Dubb dashboard, the navigation over here to the left, there is templates right here. So if you select templates, you can do emails, you can do forms, you can do landing pages. But if we select emails, just as an example, this will give you the ability to create these. So you have different templates where you can do ones that look like this, update, real estate. This is real estate examples right here. The email templates are available. You can see all the different kinds here. And then we have a training in the Dubb Academy tutorial on this in terms of how to build this. I will say this, from a reach out standpoint, the more human you can make it, like we have templates available because people love, they want to use templates. But if you can give it a human feel, like if you didn't use a template and you did it more, it looks like it's being typed by a human and we don't see a lot of form stuff. We found that's worked pretty good over the years. But if you want access to how to do that, all you'd have to do is just go to either this spot right here. You either go to inside the Dubb dashboard over here to the right, down to the middle link here, Dubb Academy, and there's information in here on how to do the templates, or from the dashboard, you can click the little green bubble down here, type templates in, and it'll give you a nice screenshot tutorial breakdown and a video as well. So you'll have that as an option. And then also, let me see what we have in here. We have, I'd like to find out more of the following. When I record on my phone, the videos are not showing up on my desktop. Okay, so let me see if Teresa, can you hear me okay? Hi, Teresa. Looks like you're off mute, Teresa, but I don't know if I can hear you. Hi, Teresa, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Hey, how are you? So you basically can't find them inside your Dubb library?
Right on my desktop.
Yeah, let me see. So you should be able to, let's go in here. So if they are not showing up, like you're saying you're recording it, you can see it on your phone, right? In the video library?
Yes.
But when you get in here, you're not finding it. And are you checking it in the desktop app, or are you on the actual website within the browser?
I think I'm on my desktop app.
I wonder if there's a bug with the app. Can you see it within, like if you go to dubb.com, you pull it up on your browser here. Do you see the video in your library?
No.
So not on the website, not on the desktop app, only on the mobile app.
Correct.
Okay. What's the mobile app that you're using, Teresa?
The Dubb mobile app.
Oh, but I'm sorry, you on like a Galaxy or an iPhone or anything?
Oh yeah, iPhone.
Okay, iPhone. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll get this over to the team and see if we can figure it out because they should be showing up in there, obviously. So let me get this information over to Ina and the team, and then they're going to reach out to you separately and see if we can workshop this.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Teresa. Sorry it's not showing up because they should show up. So you gotta figure that out. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So if you need to send
Thank
them in the
you.
meantime, just use the send, from your phone in the meantime. We'll get that figured out.
Okay, perfect. Thank
Cool.
you.
Yeah, good to meet you, Teresa. Let's see. I saw, I think there was another question in here. Yeah, I saw your question. Are templates the same as landing pages? So no, templates they're just different kind of forms that you see in there. You know what I mean? Like we have website building on the Dubb website. Like inside Dubb, you can build your own landing page, with the HTML, you drag the assets, you can do all of that. But the preset pages are those things we showed in the beginning where you can have the playlist of videos. It's pretty much the easiest way to create, a landing page is with the presets, but you can build them if you want to. But there's, building of the email templates, there's landing pages. There are separate visually in terms of what they look like. Let's see, Jason, can you show the part again and how you took the video and the email with the hook? Let's see, Jason, let's see, there you are. Hey, Jason, how are you? Hey, Jason, can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, good. I just was, I guess I missed that part, but I'm sure it wouldn't take me just a second. But I know how to make the video.
Mhm.
I know you showed how to do the hook with the whiteboard.
Yeah.
But do I just post the link right into is that what I do? Post the URL into the email?
Yeah, so it'd be this button right here. So you can, do you use Gmail or Outlook or what do you use?
Does it matter?
No, there's a shortcut with Gmail and Outlook 365, but you can do just this into any email. So if you go to your videos, let's just grab this one, and then see this big blue share and send button right here. So you select the video, and then you got this button right here. Click that,
Yep.
and then drop the email of the person you're sending it to. You can add a little personalization text at the top of the video.
So okay, so that's the question. So what if I don't want to have another kind of a system that I want to send it out of?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, you mean like do you have it pulled up on your computer? Because you can click copy for email and then just drop it into
Yeah, that's what I need to know.
Yep, copy for email.
Copy
Click that
for
right
email.
there, and then just open up Compose, and then you would do this. Just a copy and paste. So you come in here, paste, and boom, drops it in, and then send it.
Okay, now what is that? Is that that's pasting a URL?
Yeah, with the video, so it'll be tracking and everything. As long as you put the email in right over here. So see how there is a when you click share and send, see how you can put an email in right there. That gives you that advanced tracking. So whoever you're sending it to, pop that in right there.
Well, yeah, in the system that I'm doing that, I don't know how that, I don't know enough about technology, I guess, but it's a system that's going to be like sending me messages for LinkedIn. I guess it's a LeadCast. That's what I'm trying to do. If you're familiar with LeadCast.
I haven't used it personally, but if you use the universal copy, you could also technically come in here and just put the copy URL right there if you want to as well. But either one you want to use, it should give you that tracking.
Well, what I'm hoping, if I copy the URL and I put that into the message, which would actually be it would wind up being an in-mail from LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And so, but anyway, how did you put the hook in there on the beginning?
Oh, the you mean this? Let me show you.
2 or 3 seconds beforehand, like where you hold up the.
Oh, right here. This right here.
Yeah.
So that would be using this. So share and send, and it's definitely copy for email. This because that's going to be the visual. So just click copy for email. But do you mean physically recording? How did I do it?
Yeah. So how did you? I guess put the hook in the video because then the video has it. I know. I get it.
Yeah.
That you can then share the whole thing. But how did you actually do the hook?
Yeah.
To put in the video.
So to get the hook initially, like how you decide what you type, use like Auto, or you could use ChatGPT and say, hey, what's my hook for the audience I'm reaching out to? Do a little bit of research, get the 5 to 6 words.
I got that.
And
I'm
then
just going to put marketing position.
So camera up here at the top, right? Red camera icon. It puts you here. And then when you get the Dubb mobile app, just get it on your phone. And when you have it, this is where you would click. So here is the mobile app, that little button right there. See that little square button? So when you select that there, now you can type. And then when you type it, make sure you type it and then turn it like this.
Got it.
And you have it just like that. And then just hit record. Make sure you're doing that for the first 3 seconds, and then that's what it'll show.
Okay, so you're saying when I make my whole video for the first 2 seconds, do that.
Yep.
And then just go in with the rest of the video, but it will just loop the first 2 or 3 seconds.
Exactly
Got
right.
it.
Yeah, when you hit record, like if I hit record now, hey, this is Rob, blah, 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 blah. I do that. I keep going. I'm talking. I'm doing my thing. And then when they're done recording, that first 3 seconds is what will show. So you just want to think about that when you first do it, you know?
Got it. So yeah, in this program Leadcast, it does some automations for me to send out in-mails in LinkedIn. And so, but it's in another program. So I'm just wondering, I guess if I send with the link in there, that it should show the video. In other words, that people can actually see it's a video to click on instead of a link, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the power of it. So very cool.
Okay. Thanks,
and Jason,
Rob.
if you want to, and this is for everybody, if you want to send us an example over at feedback@Dubb, that's the email. I'll put it in the chat right now. So if anybody wants to send an example of a video they're trying to do in a style, we can always review it. So if you want to send something over, I just dropped it in the chat, feedback@Dubb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Jason. Good to have you in here.
Thank you.
Let's see. Where's the question here? Okay. So I saw your question again. Can I use Dubb for a live webinar? I'm thinking about doing a home buying and mortgage workshops. So for a live webinar, you can, can you hear me okay? I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. If you can hear me okay.
Yes, I can.
Yes. Hi. There is, you can share your screen, have your Dubb video pulled up. And then you could show that way, but it would only be pre-recorded stuff. You know what I mean? But if you're going to do a webinar, I would use it for the invite, when you do the social post, and then when they land on the landing page there, we do it all the time. They can click below and then register for the webinar. And then when the webinar is done, you can use Dubb to send 2 different emails. Like, you could send one to the people that registered and say, hey, listen, thanks so much for registering. Sorry you couldn't make it. And then you could have a hook there. And then you can do one for the people that did make it. Like, hey, thanks for showing up at the webinar. Thanks for being there with us. And then whatever message you have for that. So I would use Dubb for the intro and like the social post, if you put it on social posts. And then I would use Dubb for the follow-up to the 2 groups that either showed up or didn't.
Perfect. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And then let's see, was there anything else in here? Let me pop over here and go into the chat. Okay. All right, great. Let me check the Q&A. Let's see. On mobile, no, Johnny, as far as the templates, that would be through the website. And then William, the Dubb mobile app is listed in the Play Store, having a difficult time locating it. Okay, so William, it's Dubb app, D-U-B-B-A-P-P, and you should be able to find it in there. Dubb app is what it's listed as. So you should be able to see that there. Okay, great. Well, everyone, thank you so much for showing up. We're at the top of the hour. It's been awesome having everybody in there. This recording is going to be on our YouTube support channel within a couple hours. And then just go back and check out the parts you want to see. And then feel free to send any examples over to feedback@Dubb. We like checking those out. So, and yes, Johnny, same. Mobile and tablet, the iPad and the iPhone, they work great. All right, everyone, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much for showing up, and happy recording. See you, everybody.
Recording.